Hello YouTube. Finally, after so much waiting, my final, hopefully, Murakami piece has dropped from Louis Vuitton. The box is nearly big enough for me to fit in. It doesn't all fit in the camera at once. That says it all. There you go. There's the full size of the box. You can just see me. So we're going to unbox today with you guys here. Hopefully it's not going to take me 3 days to get it open. Oh, I've said, if you've been watching my channel, you well know what's inside here. Oh. So I'll say welcome back to my channel for those of you who've been here before. For those of you who are new, my name is Nikki. Welcome to my channel, Nikki Loves Luck. And this is my final unboxing from Murakami, I think. We'll see. I might get distracted by something small, cherries. Because if you buy from 2 collections, does that mean if I don't buy from the third, that's bad luck? Who knows? Sorry, this is so difficult to open because I'm balancing it on my knee. So, what I will tell you is, this is an item I did not get originally. My SA originally was supposed to be able to order this for me. They had spoke to the manager and it was a yes. And I was like, great, that's fabulous. Then she went very quiet on me, which I took to mean something had changed within the gods at Louis Vuitton. Now, people in stores don't make these decisions, so sometimes you've just got to live with it even though you might not like it. So, I've never had a Louis Vuitton box this big. I could use that for a wall. Maybe a feature wall instead of roof. So, it's in a massive box. And then it's in a second massive box. Note, no ribbon, no pandas, no nothing. Disappointing, slightly. However, I've got some of them. So, how on earth has she done this? You may have to hold here for a minute or 5 because, like, she must be in the Scouts or something because that knot's just not coming off. Right, I'm just going to have to slide that off. Ladies, where are we? Where is the knot? Said knot? Yeah. Have I found it? Have I lost the knot? Where is the knot? I'm assuming you're all ladies as well. This is the knot. What? Can you see the knot? In fact, it's not a knot. What on earth went on there? There it is. It looks better now. That's a lot of Louis Vuitton ribbon, isn't it? I could nearly make myself an outfit out the ribbon alone. But anyway. You've probably seen this being unboxed by people in the US. Or people who bought it quicker than me. It's got a little receipt from my favourite store and my favourite essay. When the box came, my hubby said, have you bought a person from Louis Vuitton? To which I said, if you could get Vivian a person size, I might have been tempted. However, I'm quite sure I wouldn't have been able to afford a Vivian. So when you get it to this point, much smaller. Whew, phew, because there's no way I was going to be able to carry that. Totally plain dust bag, just a black Louis Vuitton. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, the pink. Now, tell me how wonderful your essay is. That what she did when she got it through. Oh my god, this is lust. She opened the box. She took it out. This was inside the bag. She put it on the bag for me. She also told me that inside the bag, obviously we've got our lock and our zipper. She said that everything else is inside the bag. I don't want you to worry about any of the stuff not being there. It obviously comes with, I mean, seriously, I mean, it's a really good quality strap, but like many others, if they'd made this an inch or so bigger, some people might have been able to use it as crossbody. It's what it is. Although, oh, I even love the colour of the edging, you know, like really, really, really light. So that's going to take a long time to patina. I've got it hanging over something here. I mean, I'll show you the code and everything. It doesn't seem to be available. Everything seems to just disappeared. It says on here, text, oh no, that's French. Exterior coated fabric, we knew that. Interior synthetic textile, trim, vachetta or vachetta leather. Not sure which is correct there, so I'll say both. Hopefully I've not offended or annoyed anyone by saying it wrong, but that's the details of her. I have to show you the inside. We have this, the keys. The keys will need to live with her because I have a terrible habit of losing things. And I do not want to lose these and be left with the padlock on, padlock off, whichever way I decide to use it. It's got to be right, so it's got to be done in the right way. I'm going to show you the inside. It's the most beautiful pink, almost a rose ballerine colour. It's got your Louis Vuitton X Murakami and your symbols along here. It feels like a really good size. Now, my one gripe with Speedies, I wish they went round the corner a smidge so that it opened better, but I'm sure that's going to get better with time. I of course want a liner that pink because I don't want to damage the inside of that. But let's have a look at her in close up. So really beautiful vachetta leather or vachetta, whichever way. Love the edging colour as well. Oh, that's just a wee bit of fluff. With this beauty, she's definitely not as good quality, I would say, as the other one. This one is obviously, she's the beautiful shade of pink that I love, and she just says Louis Vuitton Paris on the back. You couldn't buy this one separately. The other one that you could buy that I did purchase has the canvas on the other side, which to me made it far superior to anything else because they really put a lot of effort into it. But for me, this is what it was all about. Smiles for miles, the flowers. It just makes me think of spring. It makes me think of happiness. It just makes me think of the smell. You know, I'm almost in the smell. I'm smelling cherry blossoms. I've said this before. We had a tree in our garden when I was a kid. It was a cherry blossom style tree. I don't even know if you did get them here at that point. It was like a weeping willow, so it kind of hung down with the beautiful pink, and I've always loved it since then. And for me as a little girl, me and my local friends would make our own perfume every year from leaves and water. Now, spoiler alert, it did not smell good. It smelled so bad every single time it was made, but our mums or whoever else we gave it to would always be like, oh, that's lovely, thank you so much. I think maybe we thought we were going to turn into massive perfumeries or something, but we thought it was the coolest thing in the world to make our own perfume. Clearly it was no beautiful scent, but for me, that's what the cherry blossoms reminds me of being a kid and those fun times, and the fact that it has the massive smiles. That for me is what I love about Murakami. So for me, Murakami, I love, love, love the multicolour, but it's always been cherry blossom for me. I just love the fact that it almost looks like she's got pearls around her before her big eyes and her huge smiles. I love the fact that she does actually have these on so that I can then choose to use something there or not. So if I want to, I could put a strap on. We'll try it on with the strap and I'll let you see what it looks like. I don't think it's going to look particularly great. I think it'll look really high. It'll probably be right at my boob, which is absolutely pointless. But I love, love, love. I love the fact that there's just so many on there. And even when you continue around, it's just a continuation of absolutely beautiful petals and beautiful cherry blossoms. And for me, that's why this was the collection from Murakami that I was most excited about. I think everyone's got a favourite. This one was mine. I never in my wildest dreams years ago, when I didn't have the money to buy one of these, and I maybe didn't adore the bags the last time. They weren't quite me, but I probably would have settled for one eventually, but I just kept telling myself, don't settle, don't settle. I've done that far too many times with bags and other things in my life. And this time I said, I'm not going to settle now. This is the real test. Okay. It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. It's just under the bib for me, like I predicted. It's a good arm length. So yes, I could wear it on my shoulder, but I don't think I'm going to, because it's just going to slip off and I'm not going to like it, and etc, etc. And you keep seeing that corner of my dressing gown. Maybe one time I'll do a video in my dressing gown so you can see it in full. It's nothing special, believe me. But yeah, I couldn't believe I got it. Now the story, let me tell you the story of how I got it. Like many others, I tried, and failed. When it was the pre-orders, I did manage to get the other charm. I managed to buy another bag. I just settled. See, I told you, don't settle. You know it's the wrong thing to do. I settled for the one bag I could get, which was the Bologna, just because I wanted a bag out of this collection. Now that's, ladies, gents, anyone that's watching, even if it's dogs, let me tell you this, don't settle. You're just going to regret your purchase. You're not going to use it. It's going to sit in a box. We've all done it. Then you're going to sell it in the future. You're going to lose money on it. And you're going to think to yourself, why didn't I just say no? I've lost so much money on things that I've bought over the years. And this time I was determined to buy the one thing I desperately wanted, which was this. Now I was really, really lucky. My SA, once she was able to tell me a little bit of what was going on, said, I can't believe it, but you actually got to order before we did. And I was like, what? That's just crazy. That a company that uses sales assistants, you know, your sales assistant is so precious to you, especially if they're a good one, that they didn't even have the power to actually order the things for you before you did. That's crazy to me. So she contacted me, told me that, you know, this opens on that date. Are you still interested in the Speedy and the card holder? They were the two things I was most interested in. And I was like, yeah. And I says, and if you could only get one, I says, you know that the one I want is the Speedy. I says, but honestly, I'm not expecting you to get either. So I don't want you to feel disappointed or anything, because I'll know you've tried your hardest and you've done me so many good things over time. And she was like, thank you so much for all your kind words. You know, I'd checked in on her after all the multicolour shenanigans to just say, you know, you came through for I didn't get a bag out of that one. I didn't want a bag out of it, but I got my clay and a couple of other little things I wanted. So for me, she got me what I needed. Though I'm realistic to know that, well, one, I can't afford it all, and two, they're going to the really, really super duper important people at Louis Vuitton that are spilling the mega bucks, who are probably the true collectors. You're people like Meredith. She deserves to, probably given the amount of money she spends, right? So that's where you've got to be realistic with these things. Now, I know in this one they obviously tried to give everybody a chance, but it was impossible. They obviously just, I don't know if they didn't know what the stock volume was going to be like, or what the demand was, or whether people just went, it's Murakami again. If I don't rush at it today, I'm never going to get it. I've seen loads though for sale on eBay for nearly double the price, and nobody buying them, and it serves those people right, because you shouldn't buy to take advantage of other people in this community. I would buy items and I sell them on for what they're actually, like cost wise. I look at what the cost is and I work with people who would do it realistically, because I'm not interested in making money from fellow bag enthusiast lovers, whatever the heck we want to call ourselves, whether that be addicts or not. But yeah, So anyway, she had contacted me and says, I'll see what I can do. That morning, I'm sure it was at work, I was a bit like, do you know what, if she gets something, great, we'll see. Next thing you know, I've got a message, I've got you the speedy, and I was like, what? So to say that I owe her a massive present would be an understatement. So I'm going to try and find out when she's working, when I'll next be in Edinburgh, and see if I can take her a little gift in, like maybe some flowers or something else. I would hope that she'd be able to accept that, because that's something that's special for her to just say thank you, because she's lovely. And I did send her a message after this to say, you're the sales assistant of the year to me. I don't know how that works in the Louis Vuitton world, but to me, you're a superstar now. Obviously, she got me my complete and utter dream bag. Spoiler, I've had one Speedy before in the past. I checked the price of it. It was in Demier Ebene. It was not this size, it was the smaller size. It definitely didn't have the strap on it. I bought it from the same store she works in, and I paid the princely sum of £550 for it. Yeah, let that sink in. Now, I sold it, I think, for exactly what I paid for it a couple of years later. I got it from, I was leaving a job. I was owed a lot of holiday time. They couldn't give me the holiday time, so they insisted on paying me for it. So basically, it got me my first ever Louis Vuitton item. I thought I was absolutely amazing walking about with my Damier Ebene Speedy. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Now, I was probably in my, I was definitely in my 30s. Yeah, I was in my 30s, my later 30s as well when I had that. So that just shows that you don't have to start a particular journey at a particular age or anything like that. It happens when it's right for you. And for this one, you know, the Speedy, yes, I did like that bag. I just put too much in it, and then I kind of got skin, and I thought I'll sell that because a Speedy's a good buy. But then when this opportunity came around, I was never going to say no when she managed to get it for me. Fortunate enough, I was still in my return period for the Bologna. As soon as she sent me that message saying, I've got you the Speedy, I arranged the Bologna to be returned the same day. I was really lucky. UPS are phenomenal. They actually let me drop it off at a very, very local, my local car garage, believe it or not, is somewhere that I can drop UPS parcels off at. The speed of the refund and everything else was absolutely outstanding. So I was very, very lucky that it worked in that way. For me, this is going to be my bag of the year. I can't foresee there being anything that's going to surpass this. Will I put a Labubu on it? I might. I might have bought my Labubu outfit. I might show you that on a video. I might not. I'm almost embarrassed even saying out loud that I own more than one Labubu, and I'm 50 years old and I don't care. Yes, I bought clothes for it. Yes, it has a bow in its hair, etc. It looks phenomenal, but you know, for me, do you think there'll be a better bag than this year? I think not, because I'm going to have to slow down my spending. Now, obviously, I've touched upon a lot of time about bonus at work and things, and that's how I've paid for a lot of my items. I've also used bonus to clear my credit card, which felt lovely. And that's the kind of sensible things in a way you should do with bonus. I know we're not going on holiday this year. We went twice last year. Last year was my 50th birthday. Sorry, it just seems a bit odd. Yeah, so we went for 2 nice holidays. Now, when I say nice, it was Rome and it was London for a couple of days. Hardly the most exotic holidays. I work hard for my items, and when I get them, I take care of them, I keep them, and then when I'm bored of them, I sell them. So what I will tell you is I've sold a few items recently. Now, I use resellers mostly because I can't be chewed with dealing with people sending me lowball cheeky offers that if it says like £500 no offers, or only serious offers considered, and it, like someone sends you a bid of like £1. I once had one for a Chanel item I sold. I had it for sale for 2,000, which was a really, really, really reasonable price for what it was. Someone sent me an offer of £40 and says my mum really wants a Chanel bag. I was as polite as I could be, and I replied, I'm sure your mum does want a Chanel bag, but unfortunately that's too low for me to accept. I wish you good luck in finding a Chanel bag for £40. And I left it at that, because I was like, I'm just going to keep the class and let that person behave the way they want to, because they're not going to get one for £40 unless it's a Sean L bag. You know what I'm saying there, ladies. But yeah, this is going to be my little pride and joy. My, oh, just even seeing her here. I mean, you could see it was a true unboxing today because I showed you everything. But yeah, she will absolutely fit lots. I think she's going to fit my tablet, which is great because I travel at least once a month with work. Don't know if I'll take her. I'll think about it. I'm not... I don't like walk about loads when I'm travelling. I tend to, when I'm going travelling with work, it'll be a train, work, walk to the hotel, which is usually close by. So, you know, it's not like I'll be in central London walking about with a bag and people going, oh, I recognise that, I know what it is, and it's worth a fortune, because I'm aware in London there's a lot of that. But I think if it happened in Glasgow, like when terrorists tried to blow up Glasgow airport, they were swiftly stopped by two gentlemen who were outside. Two random guys just completely stopped them dead, because we do not accept activities like that in this city. So yeah, so there we go. My beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Murakami Cherry Blossom Speedy, with the biggest smile and my big smile to match. Thank you so much for watching today. Sorry it was a longer one. I don't know what I'll have unboxing wise coming up. I did pick up a beautiful watch at the weekend and a couple of small things from Brand Alley, so I'll talk about them in my next video. And for those of you who know them, you'll know who they are, but for my US friends I'll explain who they are. But you've no doubt got lots and lots of companies like that over in the US. So I hope wherever you are in the world that you're safe, you're happy, you're feeling loved and feeling wanted, you're part of my family. Please keep on subscribing to my videos. And sorry it was a day late, it was literally just that my essay was off on Thursday, so couldn't post it till Friday, which meant it arrived today. So I've had to work all afternoon knowing this beautiful, beautiful bag was there and I couldn't play with it. So thank you so much for coming back to my channel, and here she is, the beauty. Thank you, bye.